Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody not being over a person from their past. It says not completely over, so I do feel like there was an effort made to move forward or maybe even date other people, distract themselves with work perhaps, but we still have a tie, right? Something that I don't know, kind of gives this person hope that things will come back together. That connection could be a child or children that they have together, or they may have, talked about starting a family together. But we do have some influence here with children being involved or involved in the near future. So let's calm spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Okay. Kind of feels like something being called into session, right? Like court or something. Let's just go with Kipper because we've got a couple of legal cards in here. We'll see if any of that comes out. But I hope you're all having a wonderful day. All right, what do we have? Marriage in the reverse. Great fortune, number 3 and number 26. And unexpected income in the reverse, number 27. Feels to me like we have a difference in socioeconomic background or a difference in terms of financial stability for two people who are either ending a relationship or contemplating whether or not their relationship can go the distance. With marriage being in the reverse, this is either things are like declining or I'm not really sure if we're too different to make this work. It's a general reading, so you'll know how it fits. Oh, also, I broke my mouse thingy, you guys. So I'm gonna have to order a new one. I guess I've been like working out too much or something. All right, what else do we have? Hi there, Jennifer. How are you doing? Oh, you are so sweet on both counts. Thank you, honey. Hello there, Gigi. How are you doing? Oh, from Texas. I do love me some Texas. I got some brothers down there. Also used to go there for work. Got lots of friends in Dallas. So shout out to Dallas, Fort Worth. What? Okay, so I did say court, right? Legal. There's that courthouse card. We've got numbers 32, 23, and 11. Despair, courthouse, and then sudden wealth is in the reverse. And that's clarifying unexpected income. To be honest, I feel like I'm reading for somebody who has dealt with people that try to use them for their finances. Because this great fortune card is clarified by the courthouse. Courthouse. I think there could have been an engagement that got canceled. There could have been, like I said, like a dissolution of a marriage. But I feel like we have somebody that is a little heartbroken or a little struggling to believe in love because there have been people that really just look at this individual and see dollar signs. So I feel like this is somebody who expected to be living a good life because they were potentially going to get married to this person who is wealthy. And then now, just kidding, you're gonna have to get your own job, or like that's just not how things are gonna work out. So we might have had somebody uncover a little bit of gold digging, right? All right, this is the Pulp Tarot. Death in the reverse. Justice in the reverse. Page of Swords in the reverse. I need a big shovel for that pile of shit. Holy crap. This feels like bills on bills on bills, or lots of legal issues, or like a really big stack of papers. Like, I don't know where to begin kind of vibe. I think somebody brought some receipts. Could quite literally be receipts, right? On May 6th, you spent $7,000 at Macy's and you got nothing to show for it. Just like digging in to records, looking at dates, looking at numbers, and realizing that what happened was like major. So this could be a lawsuit, or, you know, trying to figure out how somebody can pay back credit card bills, you know? Six of Pentacles in the reverse, King of Wands, King of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Star in the reverse. So this makes me think of a podcast that I watched. I'm trying to remember who it was with. It might have been Steve-O. I think it was Steve-O. Was talking to Dane Cook about how Dane Cook's brother stole, I think it was like $15 million. And when he identified the issue, there was like a year before they would go to trial. And in that year, he decided, you know, there's like no way this dude's going to be able to pay back the money that he took from me. I'm going to make it all back before we get into that courtroom. That's kind of the vibe here. So yes, there was a loss. There was somebody that took something from me. There was somebody that used my money without my permission, or took advantage of my kindness, whatever it is. This King of Wands seems to have that same kind of like, oh, I'm going to make this right. Even if you can't pay me back, even if you can't make things right from a financial standpoint, I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to do something. I'm not just going to be like a victim. So I'm proud of you because you are determined to do right by yourself, but also not let what has happened damper your ability to fight for yourself or ability to take care of yourself. Yes, this is a financial hit, but I think you understand that you'll be able to recover. Yeah, so we have somebody that has decided to take matters into their own hands and believe that they can once again get to the top of that Wheel of Fortune. Hello there, Mona. How are you? Yep. That can get kind of tricky. Hi there, Paul. How are you? Hello, Debbie. Hello. Can I say Rajesh? I'll try the whole thing. Rajeshwari? Did I do it right? Hello. Hello, Peggy. How we doing? Did I say that already? I'm still waking up. Thank you, Mona. I appreciate that. I do feel like with the Wheel of Fortune being in the upright, we do have some reason to believe this King of Wands or this person who has dealt with people trying to use them for their money does have some sense of luck, or maybe they're really good at manifesting fortune. This person either has enough where what they have lost they can recover from, or they are resourceful enough, abundant enough where they will, over time, be able to recover, right? Yay, I'm glad to hear it. Thank you. What I wouldn't give for some like delicious butter chicken right now. I used to have this really awesome Indian restaurant like 2 blocks away from where I lived. And I admit I got kind of spoiled because like on my lunch break, I could just be like, "Mm, I just feel like some naan. I'm just gonna walk over there." And now I don't even know where I could like drive for some good Indian food, which kind of makes me sad. All right. 9 of Swords in the reverse, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. There's an element here where somebody felt like the King of Wands person would not file charges or would not notice what was going on or would not do the research or take action. Yeah, I spent your money, but you know, whatever, you have plenty of it. You're fine, right? There's like this dismissal or nonchalance that's kind of offensive. And that could have angered or motivated this King of Wands to take action, right? Like, oh, you don't think it's a big deal that you took things that weren't yours? I'll teach you exactly how big of a deal it is. Let's see how law enforcement feels about that. It's like somebody's like, nope, that's not going to play out the way you thought it was. 10 of Cups in the reverse, Page of Wands. Feels like an eviction notice to me. If somebody thought they could resolve this issue with a conversation, an apology, some therapy or counseling, a nice little weekend trip, no, they were wrong. This is like you did something so egregious. There is no coming back from this. This is like when you read those Am I the Asshole subreddit stories where people still feel like they have a chance to like save what they just destroyed. And everybody in the comments is like, really? Oh, you thought you were going to come back from? I'm sorry if this is like too blunt and I should be adding frosting to this, but what I see here is somebody saying, no, this is over and either I'm leaving or you're leaving. I don't want to live with you. I don't want to see your face. I said it quietly because I don't want to like really upset anyone, but like it's kind of what I heard. All right, we need the situations deck, don't you think? Yeah, no, I think we do. Hello there, Lightheart Alchemist. How are you doing? Yeah, the King of Wands might be my favorite. I think a lot of people go for the King of Pentacles, but yeah. We have crushed, sad, broken, and feeling alone. Anxiety, scared, and panic in the reverse. And crickets, silence, non-action. So it kind of feels to me like our first column from the Kipper, which has marriage in the reverse, despair. This feels like the energy in between two people, the two people where, you know, one person has taken something from the other, probably in the context of a relationship, could be in the context of a marriage or something that's about to become a marriage. But we have both of these individuals feeling disappointed at how this situation played out. But I also feel like this King of Wands is like, not you two, right? Like I thought you were different. And then we have anxiety in the reverse. And I feel like this is because the King of Wands is ready to take action, right? Like I know what happened. I know what I need to do. I need to move out or I need to leave this person. I'm not going to stay with somebody who wants to lie to me or be dishonest or, you know, steal from me. With the crickets card clarifying the super lack of money over here, I feel like we have somebody that is unable to answer why there's missing money. because they don't want to incriminate themselves and they can't come up with a reason why that would have changed. For many of you, this situation has happened because you needed to see that somebody that you were with was not the one. Because we have Twin Flames in the reverse, which has the one. You may not appreciate it right now, or you may feel like it's not necessarily enough to hear right now. But this relationship had to end so that a different relationship could come into your life. And it may be painful in terms of how this happened, but it also seems to me like this has been as like it had to get to this point so that you cut somebody off like completely. Like, no, I've seen your true colors. I have like zero interest in figuring out how to make this work. In other words, like you had to kind of like cauterize the wound, I think is the way I would say that, and cut this person off because there is somebody else that you are meant to be with. I don't know if you know that person, but they're there. All right, what else do we have? Valid. Emperor is ideal. Triplets? Oh my God, I can't even imagine. All right, I like that. We have Wheel of Fortune, Five of Swords in the reverse, Lovers in the reverse. The good karma that this King of Wands gets for distancing themselves from somebody who I guess we could kind of just like call a thief at this point is big. I feel like this individual had some sense of success, obviously, in terms of finances, but they're going to experience abundance of a different kind because they were able to walk away from a connection that was, I mean, I guess we could kind of say settling. So a reward for choosing themselves and doing the right thing, even though it may not have been easy. What do you mean clarify? I gave you the Nine of Swords. That's what I meant. Here's another Nine of Swords, also in the reverse. You get what I'm saying now? I'm sorry if I'm annoying. Kind of. I love that accent. What is it? New Jersey? I don't know. I hope you all think I adore you because I do. We got snakes and swords. And now I'm thinking of snakes on a plane. Okay, so like here's the deal. You have a way to deal with this anxiety, right? We had anxiety in the reverse. So yes, this is irritating. This is bothersome. You are dealing with this person who you thought you could trust that you can't trust. But what I want to be like really clear to underscore for you here is you are able to like address this. You are better equipped to remove yourself from the situation than most people are. So this too shall pass is kind of what that Nine of Swords in the reverse is going to mean for you. Like, yeah, you've been dealing with some people that are dishonest. I feel like for many of you, it could be as many as 4 people that are dishonest because we have 4 snakes on this card and then the 4 swords fell out as I was talking about how many people. So if that helps you, a little time to yourself is exactly what the doctor ordered. You may have been working a little bit too hard. You may have been realizing that when you're distracted, it doesn't really result in the best kind of work. So you might need a day off. You might need a little trip. You might need a staycation. You might just need to have like a night where you don't talk to people, right? But take a little time for you. And then keep in mind that there is a need to keep track of information, receipts, documentation of any kind. If you have a conversation by phone that's important, take notes and write down the date and time, right? You got to be able to correlate things. I feel like in particular around a living situation, a home, or an address. Because there's somebody here who wants to do something a little funky. They might, for example, want to change the address on an account that they still have access to so that they can add themselves back to your credit card, whatever it is. Be vigilant and pay attention to those details pertaining to your money and your home. So the image that I keep seeing is Tara Reid's character in The Big Lebowski. And if none of you know about that movie, I will cry. I will straight up cry because that is a classic. It has a great soundtrack. It has a trampoline. But I think her character's name was Bunny. Correct me if I'm wrong. The really amusing thing for me, you guys, is I was painting my toenails this morning. So like, obviously, like the first scene I think of when I think of her character from The Big Lebowski is where she's sitting there painting her toenails. Anyways, she was after the money. I think we all know that. I'm not gonna like give away details just in case some of you haven't seen the movie. Go watch it. I don't care if you've seen it. Go watch it. It's a good one. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands and the Two of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I think we have a King of Wands who has been frustrated. Maybe they get a little bit too focused on certain attributes that they want in a partner that they don't really take time to consider some of the finer points or really understand who somebody is before they dive into a relationship. I feel like now they are more cautious. And with the Queen of Wands coming out, we have somebody who is actually their counterpart. This is somebody who's on your level. It's going to be even more apparent to this King of Wands that this person is their soulmate because they have gone through the things that they have with the people who are not on their level, right? When you've had real lobster, you know just how bad the fake lobster is, right? And vice versa, I guess. This person has been hidden from you. So this could be somebody that you met a long time ago, but only like briefly interacted with. Maybe, you know, you go to the same coffee shop. Maybe you worked together a long time ago. Maybe you briefly ran into each other at a party. I feel like you've known each other for a while, but you haven't gotten really close. Or you misjudged this person. We have the High Priestess, Six of Wands in the reverse. For some of you, when you met this Queen of Wands, you were like, that person was crazy. They think about life in a completely different way. They are a little bit wild. It's like this King of Wands is used to dealing with horses that have been trained professionally. And this Queen of Wands is like wild. I feel like this King of Wands was just a little bit either intimidated by the wisdom of this Queen of Wands High Priestess or a little bit like insecure. Because there's something that's very confident about this Queen of Wands. And I don't think the King of Wands lacks confidence. I just think they get a little nervous around this Queen of Wands. Hello there. Did I say hello to April? I hope I did. Hello, ancestral guidance. How are we doing? Yeah, that's not chill at all. Why can't people be chill? What up, Space Cowboy? What a cool name. Hello, Rachel. How are you? Hello, Tiana. How we doing? Yes. Yes, exactly. Can you tell I've been watching like horse videos? I can't help it. I love it. I want to go ride a horse. I gotta find some time. Hello, is it Heba? I hope I said that right. You can yell at me if I didn't. Well, you know, like through the keyboard. We have the Emperor in the reverse and the Two of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. Your legal matter regarding this loss or this person who was trying to take money that was yours, it's not quite over. They are trying to find a way to regain control over something or regain access to something. I think what you have to do is just make sure you're on top of passwords and access. You might have to literally call into, your cell phone provider and be like, this person specifically, I want you to notate this on my account, has no access. There's a divorce happening or there's, legal matter. You cannot give access to this person. Do what you have to in order to, like, I see this as like controlling electrical current. Like, cut it off. Do what you have to do. That sounded like murdery. That's not what I'm talking about. Just to clarify. Okay, let's get a few from, Signs of the Times. We have number 29, Endings and the Skull. And then we have number 38, Succulence, Resilience. Look, yeah, there's definitely been a challenge. There's been an ending. I do feel like this has been a long-term battle or a long-term fight that you've had to deal with, but the end is approaching and you have been resilient. So there's some sort of like reward for you getting through all of this BS. So good for you. I do feel like things will work out largely to your favor. There may be a little encroachment here or there, but I do feel like having those receipts will serve you well. We have number 27, the Lotus Flower, which is about enlightenment. I think for a lot of you, this relationship, painful though it may have been, is also going to be one of those things that you someday acknowledge as really critical for your ability to learn how to approach relationships or understand yourself. I think it helped you to understand you deserve to be treated better and also helped you understand here's how I should really approach things or here's what I could have done better, right? A little bit of introspection as well as understanding boundaries. All right, this is which one is this? The Nightmare? Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas. Sometimes I mix this up with the Hocus Pocus because they're both spooky. They're right next to each other. Oh, Big Lebowski. Yes, please watch it, April. It's hilarious. For those of you that like to drink, I do understand that there is a Big Lebowski challenge. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the challenge is to drink a White Russian every time you see the main character drinking a White Russian. But, drink responsibly because my man really likes his White Russians. So it's going to be a few of them, The Blue Lotus. For me, blue is a color of calm, and the lotus talks about protection. So for me, I feel like someone's going to become more aware that they do have protection or that things are going to get better. right? And with possibility, that kind of adds on to that. Okay, so I've handled this. It wasn't really a fun ride, but there are good things that await me. Now we have the Emperor in the upright and the Nine of Candles or Nine of Wands in the reverse. So, yes, this has been a difficult situation, but when you come out of it, you're going to be stronger, you're going to be wiser, and you're going to know what's worth defending. You're not going to waste your time anymore, my friend. So, while it's difficult, we can also appreciate it for the things it will help you with in the future, right? We have the 10 of Candles or 10 of Wands in the reverse, the Hermit in the reverse, and the Ace of Candles or Ace of Wands in the reverse. Not my favorite trio, I'm not going to lie. There's maybe a sense that you wish you were a little more ignorant to all of these things. Sometimes when your intuition improves, or sometimes when you figure out the truth, you wish you could just kind of like ignore it, forget it, pretend everything's fine. But this is not one of those situations. And I think we have somebody that is acknowledging that they could have done something a little bit differently. And I think the universe is saying, look, this might have been difficult. This might have had some consequences, but you need to forgive yourself. So if you feel at all responsible for this person taking advantage of you or taking something from you, I want you to challenge yourself to forgive yourself and let that go, because there are good things that await you. And I don't want you to be all hung up on the past, right? We have the Seven of Wands in the reverse and the Page of Candles or Wands in the reverse. A lot of fire energy, right? So we could have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your chart or in your person's chart. Hello there, Jim. How are you doing? Good luck with that, by the way. This is bad news for the person that wants to control how things go. They're going to, I think, be exposed or get called out on something they shouldn't have done, some kind of overstep. If they try to, for example, regain access to an account, this could be brought up in the proceedings or in the decision as far as the legal matter. So again, document, document, document. We have the Six of Candles or Six of Wands and the King of Cups. So this King of Wands is going to be successful in part because they do have an ability to kind of manage their emotions better than the person they're dealing with. So in other words, you're going to come across as a little bit more mature, and that will matter. So watch what you say. Don't do anything that you might regret the next day, right? Like, I come up with some pretty great insults, you guys, but I don't always say them. Sometimes silence is the better choice, right? Hi there, Sydney. How are you doing? I hope you're well. We've got the Two of Needles, which is the Two of Swords, and Death. This decision wraps up whatever this relationship was and kind of puts like a capstone on it, right? Okay, now you can move on. You might even celebrate this being finalized. That's fine. You do you. But we do have a resolution approaching you if you are waiting for one. Five of Potions or Five of Cups in the reverse. Knight of Presents or Knight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Candles or Eight of Wands. So for some of you, you are waiting until this divorce or relationship ending or like selling of a house or whatever this is. You're waiting until that is resolved. You might actually have to wait until that's resolved to take action on something. For example, for some of you, you may have ended this relationship and you may have, I think like in California, it's like 6 months before divorce can be finalized. It feels to me like there's this waiting period. you know that this isn't for you. You know somebody was disloyal or tried to take something from you, and you might have a crush, or you might have your eyes set on somebody, or you might meet somebody and feel like you can't really pursue it or like communicate with this person until this is finalized. And I think you'll be successful on that. But I do feel like there's also a sense here that, like, I don't want to do anything that I would regret. I don't want to start a relationship on, that kind of weird territory. But I also don't want to ruin what I'm working to do in terms of this legal situation. So I do feel like timing is important. And when you have the like go ahead, like the decision has been made, and it's like, okay, I'm moving. I don't want to like waste any time, which, go get them. All right, let's find out more about this future love, because it does look like once you clear this out, there's somebody new that enters the equation. And it could be somebody that you already know, like I was saying, right? Somebody that you didn't really get to know as well as you wanted to. There is a sense that you understand each other better than most people understand you too. Well, that could be why we have the soulmate card popping out. So you do have somebody on your level, somebody that it feels like you've known them much longer than you actually have known them, or it feels like they can just kind of like read you really well. And then we have honeymoon. So it does look like things move pretty quickly, or things do move into the serious category with this new person, or this person that you know that you haven't really gotten to know. But it does depend on this family issue that you need to resolve. Heart-to-heart conversations. So yeah, once this legal matter or relationship matter has been resolved, then that King of Wands is like, okay, time to have a chat. Here's what I've been up to, and I want to take you out on a date. So yeah, it's all about making sure the timing goes well, and they, I guess, do right by this court situation. But I'm going to leave it there. Hello, Josephine. I hope you're doing well. Did I already say hi? I can't remember. Hi, Chandlo. I hope you're doing well also. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I'm approaching 13,000, and you all know 13 is my favorite number, so that's pretty exciting for me. I broke my mouse, so I have to like close things out this way. But I love you all. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you on the next reading. Bye.